Hey everybody, this is Alan from Sail V3. Great news, Heather's right behind the camera.
Woo!
Bee's walking over here around us. We're going to give you guys a somewhat quick walkthrough of our van now that we've completed our build series on this van. Some things I want you guys to know as we start is in the links below you'll see our YouTube channel. Click on that if you guys want to get a more in-depth follow-on the videos as far as why we chose to do certain types of builds, and you can get much more into the weeds on that. So links down below, comments if you have any questions or anything that maybe I don't answer here, just let us know. The build process itself for us was rather straightforward. We needed a van to take with us to Europe that was going to double as a couple different tasks. One, it was going to be a daily driver. I know this is a huge van for Europe. The other one is it needed to double as our camping excursion getaway type of guy. The premise was, how do we make both of those work? And so as we go through the video, I'm going to talk to you about the outside and the inside, and then I'm going to give you our impressions about what we would do differently if we had the opportunities to do some, or things I tell you, hey, maybe I regret, or this was a great idea. There's going to be a lot of thoughts going through my head. Hopefully we catch them all. Okay, the build itself took roughly 3 months. It cost us $6,000 in materials, supplies. Labor was free, thanks in part to my wife and son who were able to pitch in. And altogether, I'll calculate some build hours. Some guy asked and I was just too scared to calculate. Didn't want to know how many hours we put into this. All right, starting on the outside of the van, you'll see it looks relatively stock. We wanted to keep it stock or mild. No roof racks, no bumpers, no winches, nothing that kind of stood out as a unique vehicle. The main reason for that is we wanted to park on any street and kind of be mistaken as a cargo van or a minibus or something, and people were just going to say none the wiser to it. And that was our main goal, and that's really what we've nailed here. I would say it's been vital for us to be able to pull off some of our camping spots so far. All right, once again, the outside, try to keep it as stock as we can. All the windows from the back are tinted. You can come to Europe and have windows tinted, but you have to get special license and approval. It's a mess.
But not in the front, right?
Not in the front. So the front window and the two the driver and passenger window, those cannot be tinted. That would be illegal. You have some other issues that you run into. So those we kept completely clean. Everything else, stock, stock, stock. Just completely stock. Make it look like you're camouflaged, so to speak. Hide amongst the sheep. Okay, so the van, the only thing that you'll see that might be unique to any other van is that on the other side we have a 110 outlet plug, or we can run it with a 220 adapter, and we can use our battery chargers to charge up the batteries. All right, let's go ahead and dive into the front of the van. Everything you're going to see here is completely stock. So the van itself is really nice. We like the way that Fiat/Dodge kind of built and programmed the layout and the driver displays. It's really functional, but it's not necessarily comfortable. So the things that we have up here that you'll see is it's completely stock. We left everything as it was. Let's start on the driver's side. If I could change anything, it'd probably be the seat. I spent a lot of time in here driving, and careful. Sorry, the kid was gonna chop his finger off. So the seats itself, I spent a lot of time in. I really prefer something a little bit more comfortable. I think it's fine for hopping in, hopping out, but for those long distance, 8-7 hours, no, not a lot of fun. Now, if we could, we would upgrade both my seat and, of course, Heather's seat. Get one of those nice ProMaster RV looking seats that can lean back. But the most important thing about the seats, and you guys know this is coming, is the swivel. We didn't install the swivel seat. We will be doing that. It's just something that adds more. Excuse me. It's just something that adds more flexibility to how you want to do the layout in the vehicle. Other things up here in the dash that I would add is the a backup camera or a screen, maybe a touch interface for our radios, so we can utilize some of the European channels here. They use a different frequency for their FM radios that we can pick up some of them, but not all of them. And having a big screen here for a backup camera would be great. It's not necessary. We've survived without it. Nice big mirrors on both sides. There's backup sensors over here, so it gives you the steady beep, 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 beep when you get too close to something.
And with all the windows, that really helps.
Really, like if we had all walls all the way through the back and we couldn't see anything, a backup camera would be a must-have. But here, with all the windows, like Heather said, it's something we've been able to get away with, luckily. And plus, I just send Heather into the back if I'm getting really close to something. Up front, that's about it. There's not a lot more that we do here. I installed a little tab here. That's for our tablet. We can put it up there and use offline Google Maps to navigate when we're driving around. Excuse me. And it gives Heather something to kind of focus or show movies or something like that. We do keep our fan control up here at the front. One big jeer that Heather doesn't like, but this is a cargo van. It's meant for work. There's no vanity mirror on her on her visor, so that's a bit of an upset.
Only because it is a van that you sleep and live in, and you need a mirror at some point, other than a rear view. But you know. So
she makes a solid argument. Other one is, you know how a lot of these you can slide once you open them this way. I mean, it doesn't add anything to the cost of it, to be honest with you. Just the notch here, and you run a larger rail. But these don't slide, and so you get that last 2 inches of window right there. I'm blown away how often that is the 2 inches that is hitting me in my face.
Yeah.
So I wish those things were a little bit different. All in all, the seats worked out really well. I'm comfortable with them. The driving position is really nice. You get one armrest, which is another reason we would upgrade these chairs. However, hang on, I gotta find it. I don't want Heather to laugh at me when I lose it again.
Well, and while you do that, somebody had asked once before if I was comfortable driving. You can scoot the seat up.
Yeah.
I mean, until your knees hit.
Yeah.
And, the height of the steering wheel, I haven't had any issues driving this, and I've been very comfortable even at 5'5"-ish or so.
And you really do. It sits you up high, and you get a commanding view over here, but everything on the seat is manual. So even the armrest, the back, and everything, which is nice. It keeps it relatively easy to work with.
Right? You don't want to be spoiled with automatic armrests.
Other things I'll throw at you is we did get one, not out of choice, but one with automatic folding mirrors. That has saved me. I have gotten so close to hitting things, and I have hit the mirrors numerous times. I'll hit another car's mirrors, I'll hit the side of a road, I'll hit a street sign, I'll hit a tree. The mirrors folding in has a fantastic option. I really have appreciated that more now here in all these tiny streets than anywhere else.
You should mention with all the hitting comments that we don't actually have any scratches or dents just yet, but I don't know where there's...
actually have any scratches or dents, and we've been in Europe now for almost 7 months.
You should probably go knock on that wood back there.
Knock on wood. So we've been pretty lucky. All right, guys, we're gonna roll you into the backs. We're gonna We're gonna talk about the back and the seats and everything like that.
We're gonna put you in the back.
Get in the van. So you'll have to forgive the mess. It's a little unkept right now. We just came back from garbage man. We just came back from Portugal, so we got a little bit of dirt and trash and stuff. All right, the seats you guys will see in some other videos. They are Toyota Sienna seats. We really love these. These are fantastic. I like them because it gives me a comfortable place to ride when I'm not driving. So
comfortable.
Yeah. So a lot of leg room if you want it. You can do the whole seat up, legs out. You can rotate back. You can drop this a little bit right there. So I mean, this is so nice. This is really great. Now, while as great as this is, it does have one major downfall, and something I will change if Heather and I decide to keep the van. They're too low. You can see where I sit that I don't have very much of a view out this window. I'm comfortably looking about shoulder height out through the horizon. It doesn't work. So that is something, if I could tell you right now, to be frank with you, I would change. How I would change that is that from these two bars here, I would create a platform. I'd basically have a platform that would come about 5 or 6 inches and would match the height of the platform that's on the front driver's seat. There's a bit of a step. And with that platform, it would give the passengers about another 5 or 6 inches. And then I would have another step down into the back of the cabinet or the kitchen, bathroom area. What would help with that is that I could do it as a shelf underneath here, have those big, giant pull-out drawers that you can put, like, you know, 300 or 400 pound, like, guides on, the roller guides. I can't remember what they're called right now. That would be my pipe dream if I could have it. But for right now, the seats, fantastic option. Really enjoyed it. I would just rather raise them up a little bit. The kid really does like them. Mother, she really does like them.
That's nap time right there.
That is nap time. All right, let me pull this up so you can get past. So one of the reasons you're going to see this is as we get ready to do our modes, you'll be able to see how we set them up for eating, dinner, and then kind of like camping slash, you know, just hanging out mode. Okay, so one of the other things I want... Oh, there's Hootie.
Wow.
I've been looking ever for... That's Hootie, the boy's Hootie. One of the other things I want to talk about is the control center. We did place everything over on these sides to have some interface so we could either access it from the van relatively easy without having to get all the way in the van. These control all of our lights, our refrigerator. I can turn off our inverter. I can see with a quick glance, like, hey, where's our voltage? How are we sitting with, you know, amperage draws? Things like that. So I put this here. I didn't want to go crazy overload with, like, you know, monitor. So some of them I'll probably put in there that I don't need to keep a daily look at or an hourly look at while we're camping. So, but that's why we put it there. I was going to put it on this side, but it made it easier to put the refrigerator over here. Now we have a 12-volt DC refrigerator. It's relatively small, and it gets the job done for us. We carry our drinks, we load it down there. It has a bit of a freezer section up top. You can adjust the cooling. There's some lighting and some other pieces to it. It worked for us to have the refrigerator here so you can open the door and you can pass your groceries in from standing outside in here instead of having to reach all the way into the side. So while it would have been better to have the control center here, it just didn't work out as well. Alright, we're going to start talking about the counters and the other pieces in the back with the toilet. So I'm going to let Heather jump on up. Alright guys, well, we're going to go ahead and start talking about the counters and the cabinets next. Before I roll straight into it, I would say one of the things Heather and I talk about and we argue, not necessarily argue, but what the heck could we have done differently to give us a little bit more seating space? Reason being is we want to bring friends and family with us. We're basically limited to 4 seats. I could have probably done something different by adding a bench. Now, in retrospect, because we don't have overhead storage up here, we needed that storage down below, which is really what drove us to get rid of the bench. Even if we did a bench, we still could have done something like from like here down and then just had a storage underneath it. Still kind of was not enough storage for us. So I'll go ahead and start talking about the cabinets. Cabinets are prefab. They came from Lowe's. The hardware also came from Lowe's. We use the standard Bulldog latches that you can get from any RV store or Home Depot or Lowe's hardware store. The paint scheme themselves came from Home Depot. It's called Polar. You can go check it out in our cabinet build. Heather will give you the name of it exactly. I really love the blue. Heather nailed it, I think, with this color blue.
It turned out really well.
And the floor. The floor itself is just those locking planks. They're mostly made out of plastic material. They're real resilient to water or any type of moisture, and we couldn't be happier with them. I think they've been great. One thing I do have some issues with, and Heather will show you a little bit, is, and these are dirty, so don't zoom in too much, but there's these cracks here. They're starting to do a little bit of separation. I have to do a little bit of manipulating to make sure the they don't come apart, so a little bit of maintenance goes back into snapping those back in sometimes. Alright, so in this cabinet here, up top we have just Heather, you would call this like our utensils or plates and
Yeah,
everything?
it's like the kitchen drawer, essentially. Napkins, all of that.
Down below is our electrical cabinet. This is where we keep our bed, which we'll put up for you here in a second. Underneath that, these carry our batteries. We have our electric relay, battery relay that charges off of the engine. Our charger that we can use with 220 as well as US 110. Our Go Power inverter, it's a 2000 pure sine. And then we have the battery cutoff switch, the DC side, the AC side. Everything starts and stops right here in the as far as electrical goes. We do use this cabinet for storage. This is a queen size, right, Queen?
I'd say full.
A full?
Yeah.
A full air mattress. That's our bed. We also keep all of our linens, such as, you know, the comforters and the sheets and everything. Those go in here with it as well. Alright, on this wonderful fridge, it's basically just nooks and crannies. This cabinet, the refrigerator takes up 95% of it. So we stuff some bags and some other little knickknacks in here, but for the most part, it's not usable. The top drawer, Heather keeps these, are called her blinds. So you got blinds, and then we have some cooking utensils and other stuff that are hidden in the back. Induction cooktop. You'll see that as we do our setup for the cooking mode. And those blinds Heather uses to cover up and put up as blackout shades up here over the windows when we sleep.
Yes.
Okay. All right, coming on back. Oops, sorry. Heather and I have really loved these counters. We put a lot of time into them. They came in 16-inch pieces. We ended up doing joints for these and pulled them together and making the width that we needed for the countertops. Sanded them all down, stained them. They're real soft, but man, they're just beautiful. They're nice and warm. They're soft. They make this place feel at home. And at night, they give off this nice warm glow with the lights on them. We love these things. We haven't had any problems with them other than being soft with catching up some scratches and dings and stuff. I couldn't ask for a better setup. Alright, next up in these drawers, we have like technology drawer. Alan usually throws his some of his chargers and stuff in here, but Heather uses this as first aid and some other like snacks and some other things for the drawers. This is our microwave drawer here. We keep a 1000-watt microwave in here that we use for heating up food. The induction cooktop is probably going to take over as the main heating source for food, so this microwave is probably limited on its time left here with us. Back onto the task here. We have up in this next drawer, completely empty cabinet. If you want to see what an empty cabinet looks like, go for it. This is just, we put shelving in here or something else. Heather will do clothes, extra
Typically food, yeah. That's
extra
kind of
food.
our pantry.
And some other things. It is just an empty cabinet. Drawer also has some knickknacks, so towels and some other pieces.
Worth mentioning is the bathroom curtains.
Yeah, bathroom curtains, which we'll show you the bathroom too. Don't forget you. Next up, we kind of get back a little further to this one. You have the kitchen setup, if you will. I did have two of these at one time, but the sink got in the way and you couldn't shut it. So, is what it is. Now the sink itself, it's we got it off Amazon. It's called Zune. It's a deep sink, square, rectangle, under mount. We like it because you can just sweep everything in there, and then we open it up and fill it up, rinse it down, and we can dump it straight onto the ground through cutting a hole in the van. We keep all of our water pumps and everything back here. We also have a special light just back here I'll get to the ceiling in a minute. And now back underneath. This,
see if I can get this,
is our water tank. I did it wrong on our video. I told everybody it's a 10-gallon tank. I was mistaken. It's a 15-gallon tank. It has a 3-gallon water pump that's attached to it that runs everything up to the faucet. This is the dump tank, just in case we ever need to dump extra water from our sink. But yeah, everything, that's pretty straightforward. That's a water tank, yes. Oh, I do want to show this off. So we did end up doing a nice long hose. So if we want to take a shower or do anything outside, like hose the kid off, we'll use this, spray them down, and then you can get back into the van.
Hopefully just in the summer, because it doesn't have hot water.
We do not have hot water. So that's something we would add is a hot water heater to this, but a gas powered or gas hot water heater. All right, next up is the bathroom. So we take this off. It's a beautiful print Heather got. It's just off of a
lawn chair, basically,
lawn chair.
or a patio chair.
She just matched it pretty. I mean, just.
Do you want me to come to the other side?
Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come over here? All right, guys. So here's our bathroom. It's a fantastic little setup. We have it as a composting toilet. On this side it's all empty. Don't freak out. They're not gonna see you poop. We just have a Lowe's bucket. We put a trash bag in here. We fill it full of sawdust, and then use the potty. At the end, I take the trash bag out, tie a knot in it, I throw it away into a dumpster. This is how we access all of our wood trimmings. So we have sawdust in here. In this bag, you take a little shovel, throw a shovel in it on top of it, and then when you're done, you put it away. We also have access for a little bit of storage back underneath here if you ever need to get to it. That is our potty.
Which has been a huge asset in Spain because they don't do public bathrooms like America.
I was really concerned about smell and waste and everything that was going to go into this. We ended up just using plain old sawdust out of a collection from well, I don't know what to call it, like a wood shop, and the smell is not bad at all.
No.
You will have no idea if you're riding in this van if somebody's peed in this toilet or gone potty in this toilet. You will never know. I think it's fantastic. Okay, ceiling. We love this ceiling. The ceiling is shiplap. We did it ourselves. I don't think there's anything we didn't do ourselves. So it was shiplap ceiling. We also installed a max air fan. Heather, can you see that?
No, hold on, let me go up.
So there's your max air fan. The remote control's up there, but you also have buttons here so you can turn that bad boy on and off. It's a little chilly, so. Ooh, excuse me, turn that off. The shiplap, you'll see there's a couple of hooks that hang inside of it. What you'll see when we get ready to show you our bed and driving and setups, those are instrumental for how we divide the room.
I was trying to show them, I can't. You can't see it. Well, I was looking at the camera.
So those hooks, Heather will hang. We have special, what do you call it?
Well, they're curtains.
They're curtains, yeah.
Like room darkening curtains almost.
And the curtain's over, and then everything on this side here is your bathroom at night. So, or when we're camping. So you have your bathroom with a curtain here, and then it also goes all the way to this side, so you have your sink and everything here. And then when we're cooking and everything, we just collapse the curtains, it goes down, and then we open up our space again.
Yeah.
The ceiling. We used, I believe, 12 LED lights. These are these nice lights. They're all run through. They have their switches over here. And we broke them into series, so you have some for like this area, another one for the kitchen area, another one for the bathroom area. We really do enjoy these LED lights, and they're only pulling, I've got 1, 2, 3, so I've got 14 lights plus these LED overlights, and we're pulling roughly about 2 amps right now. It's fantastic. You'll see these. This is how we store it when we're driving. We'll roll these curtains up, but at nighttime, these will be a kind of mom and dad's bed space will be over here. The kiddo, his bed space will be over here. We pull that if we want to stay up a little later, read books, get on the Twitters or the Facebooks, and that way we don't disturb the kiddo.
Or if it's cold, we've also put it across the doorway, or something to just block some air but still keep airflow.
Yeah, so if we want to, we have another hook up here. So if we want to, keep our privacy or keep the bugs out, if you will.
The no-see-ums.
The no-see-ums. Got a little hook right here. I won't poke myself. And then we can hang the curtains right here. I believe I've covered just about everything. There is a quick demonstration I want to give everybody because they've asked a couple times, hey, how do you guys do your bed setups and some other things? So we're going to set that up for y'all. This is basically the mode you're seeing right now. The mode is, this is driving mode. So I'll hang this up I want as much visibility through the windows as I can possibly get, and this is how we go down the road when we're just using this as our daily driver. Heather's gonna film me put up the beds. So I'm gonna have her come up here. She's gonna hold the camera. I'm gonna build the beds for you so you can see what we do at night. I'm not gonna put sheets in there and pillows and everything, but I just want you guys to understand where they're at. But before she moves, we have like these reflective style. We take these and we load them up in the front of the windows. They're suction cups. I'm not gonna worry about that. But there is something I wanna show you that's up here, and this is the IKEA hack that we did for our bed. Everybody was wondering, hey, how you guys do your beds if not through these, and this is how we do it. So these are these wooden springs. I'll roll them out for you and you guys can watch me do this. So Heather, you ready to get started?
Yep.
All right guys, I'm gonna get us ready for bed. One of the things you're not gonna see me do is take Heather's nighttime or
room darkening shades.
They Velcro up here and they throw those down, and then we take these curtains, we spread them out, and it gives us a nice feel. I'm just gonna build the bed, okay guys? That's what everybody's asking now. First up is the kid's bed. So the kid sleeps on a, bike helmet. The kid sleeps on a, what's called a thermarest pad. These are fantastic, so they'll keep you nice and warm. It inflates, it's self-inflating. We'll take twin size sheets. We push these sheets go up and out of the way, and then we'll lay this out. We blow it up a little bit. The kid's ready to go.
Voila.
It's pretty simple. So he is about 4.5 feet right now, so that's plenty of space for this kid. He won't outgrow this hopefully for another 3 or 4 years right now. Knock on wood. There's been a lot of that. Okay, next is mom and dad's. So next up is open up the electrical. Here we have a self-inflating, it has an electric pump built into it, airbed. So I put this down. I get my IKEA hack. So you can find these at IKEA, I think they're like 20 bucks. They come on these two like frames. You have to cut them off of this wood frame, but once you do that, then you get this like leaf springs. I'm gonna do this. And these leaf springs you can use to support your bed. So we take these out.
You got some messed up over here.
We lay them out over here. Typically Heather's on the other side not holding the camera. Okay. And there it is. So that's how we're going to suspend ourselves across the bed. The next piece is...
So we don't sink in the middle.
You don't sink, right. Next piece is... Solid bunny. You grab... thing. Called the mattress. I turn on the inverter. I grab the plug out of the back. Plug her in. And prepare to see magic. You guys have seen an air mattress before, I'm sure. There you have it. That is our bed. Now Heather will do some pillows and some sheets to keep us warm. The air mattress gets rather chilly, so we usually put a quilt down first to help keep some of the heat insulation. It's like sleeping in a hammock. We'll take and drop these, usually like so. These here will get propped up, and we'll keep glasses, cell phones, things like that. Now, something I want to show you guys is that there's not a lot of head height here for sitting up in the middle of the bed. So Heather does like a ninja roll. Usually in the middle of the night, she sleeps on that side so she can get out, use the bathroom, which I'm about to show you. You can use the bathroom and the sink while we have the bed up. So here we go. So this is how I typically get up.
And when we make it, we typically make sure that...
Don't put your feet on it!
I won't. I'll try not to.
we can open the toilet.
So here's sleeping time, Alan, here. And we do all of our stuff. I can still access some of our chargers and stuff with bed. And we have a bit of a nightstand, I guess, in the form of this. We'll pull these curtains shut. That's it. Typically, turn the fan on. Lights out.
And we'll have curtains sometimes for the bathroom.
Yep.
Gosh.
He's out there in the field.
So
Okay, we'll stay here, please.
we can use the bathroom still when we need to. Heather will roll out. This is how she basically gets up and down from the toilet. Step up, step down. Use the toilet, wash your hands, go back to bed. All right, I am gonna put the bed away.
And B can also climb underneath and
Yeah.
use the toilet.
The joys of being a 7-year-old. So he can come out through here, and then the other idea is if we ever needed to, we could sleep one more person underneath the bed. You know, tough times, right? Okay. I'm gonna put the bed away, and then I'm gonna set up the kitchen as if we're getting ready to cook. Ready?
Yeah.
Heather wants me to show you the bathroom setup. She usually does this, so I'm gonna try to work my way through it.
This should be interesting then.
We pulled out these drawers, these curtains.
I guess I could zoom in.
So this will be kind of the aisle curtain. And if you aren't sure, we're kind of on a slope. Typically we park on a flat area. This will be one of the side curtains. And another side. And then we'll take, well, I'll do it this way so you can see. We'll hang it right there like such. Voila.
There's your bathroom.
Your bathroom. And so now you can kind of do your own business in your own private world.
Yeah.
Great views, by the way.
I think you have the left one on wrong because normally it goes almost to the wall, but just note to self.
You guys get the idea?
People won't be staring at you.
All right, cool. So I'm going to take these down, and then I'm going to set up for dinner and cooking. This guy lives in here. These guys live on the wall. Heather's doing some projects with them. But this guy lives in here, and this is our induction cooktop. Super efficient. We keep our pots and everything. They have to be like a special pot. But this is how we cook like hot water, food, dinner, heat up stuff. We do have the microwave. I can pull him out. Ta-da! He lives right here, typically. So we can do all of our microwave. We plug them in here. The 2,000 watt power inverter can take care of both the loads, only one at a time. Otherwise, you have to heat at separate times. This is usually like let's heat up breakfast. Heather will make some like little quiches or something for us for breakfast. So we'll throw like a half dozen in there, we'll heat it up, and then we all eat. This is more like I'm gonna scramble eggs or make some hot chocolate or dinner or something like that. Then we can take it outside. We got a long enough extension cord, we can throw it on a table and put it out there. Plates, we usually eat up sitting on the counter. The boy sits seating in it. The boy eats sitting in his seat, which is one of the reasons why we want a swivel seat, so we can turn those other seats around. We can put a table in the middle. That's another drawback that we wish we had worked on before coming here was, hey, how do we want to set up a table? So right now we all either sit with our bottoms, with our feet hanging out of the door, or with usually Miss Mama. She'll sit back here, eat her food back here, and the boys will eat outside. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for walking with us through the van. I'm sure there's something I forgot. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to throw them down below. We really appreciate a lot of the community that came together and helped us, gave us some ideas when we were having problems making the build. And they also gave me a lot of education on, hey, who to go talk to, things we recommend, things that have worked for you guys. So what's some things that's worked for you? What's some things you would like or you'd recommend us to change? Please throw them down below. We'd be happy to hear them. But from all of us here at Say Love V3, thanks so much for watching. And as always, please hit that subscribe button. We look forward to talking to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.
Adios.